What's up, everybody? Welcome to Scott and Scott. I'm here with my father, Sean Scott Sr. I'm Sean Scott Jr. And on today's topic, we're going to be talking about top five rappers dead or alive. Daddy, you want to start off first, or should I go
I
first?
don't know, man. You ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You
I'm
sure you
ready.
want this heat?
I know my top five is I
All
want
right,
to
so I'm starting off. My number one. Are we going 5-1 or one? Let's go 1-5.
Okay.
My number one all-time rapper, and understand, I choose mine based on influence, based on record sales, based on ability to touch the world. Okay. So with that, you already know. Now I clown around when I get around. Mr. Tupac Shakur, baby, is my number one rapper of all times for so many reasons. Number one is body of work, okay? Number one is influence from songs like Brenda's Got a Baby to Keep Your Head Up, Mama, Dear Mama. Uh, Bro was just doing his thing. I mean, what you got to say about Tupac?
I get around. Tupac is one of the most influential artists. Still to this day, we talk about him. Important to the community, and I'm not mad at that. Tupac, that's I can't be mad at that for your first pick. Yeah. So who's next?
Well, and I don't want to just skim over this brother because, obviously he was tragically gunned down in Vegas back in 1994. And, you know, still to this day, here we are, 25, 30 years later, and he's still having an impact on the game. I would even say that nobody's even come tighter than him since. Uh, you see footage of him in the studio knocking out lyrics and bars within an hour, writing an entire song and actually delivering it. His passion was just off the chain. Bruh still had a couple of albums in the tank, even when he was died. You just can't fade God. He's got memoirs, he's got a library, he's got streets named after him, women have named their children after him. This brother did his thing in just 25 years of being on this earth.
Um, I agree. I agree. Tupac is a legend, and more than more than just a legend, he was a great poet, great person too.
You could just sit back and read his poetry and just be just as entertained as a rap.
Right.
In fact, he was a poet before he was a rapper.
Right. So I have him in my top five as well. He isn't mine. He isn't at number one.
What?
Nah.
Son.
Nah, he's not at number one.
Who?
I can't. You want me to say who? Well, okay, I can tell you who's number one.
I want to hear who you got that can fade far.
Easily not. Well, yeah, it's Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne.
He's on my list too.
He can do it all. He has the rhythm, the flow. He can story tell. He makes you think as a rapper, just like Tupac can as well, but it's on a whole nother level. And I feel like he's the most versatile rapper of all the rappers.
See, now let me debate this one with you because I feel you on that choice. I do. However, Lil Weezy is just as good as artist as Tupac. I don't know if he is an all-around better rapper because I gotta weigh in the value of influence, and I don't feel like Weezy had the same influence on this earth on people as Pac did.
That's fair.
And that's the reason why I put him above Pac. Weezy's on my list. He's not even in my top four.
If the question was
his body of work is off the chain.
I hear you, and again, that's fair. But if the question was who are the most influential rappers of all time, then yeah, I would agree with you that Pac.
That's part of it, though, son.
It is, but
you got to throw influence into the pot. We cooking here.
That's true.
What we talking about?
I'm thinking about your mouth and your wordplay and how you're able to deliver certain words and just rapping. Who has the better bars, rap for rap. Like they're to freestyle, have a contest, and go off 1-on-1 off the dome. I'm taking Lil Wayne over any rapper, dead or alive, and it's not even.
See, I
Yeah.
disagree. Pac can come off the dome too and just spit,
He can.
and he's just
He's
good.
tough.
And what he's spitting is typically not only storytelling, but influence, son.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
influence piece is powerful. You can't just skim over that. He told the world about how little girls was throwing away babies because they wasn't getting abortions. That's some powerful shit, man. Weezy talked about some stuff too, but not on the level of Pac.
But let's talk about, and I'm not that big of a fan, but I would argue that the most influential or the most popular artist today is Drake, and we can't forget who his predecessor is and who.
So hold on. Are you saying this is your number two?
No,
Okay.
my number two.
You just talking about popularity.
Yeah, I think right now, I think who put him on, and who put Drake on and showed him the ropes of how it's supposed to be done. Lil Wayne, same with much other rappers like Nicki Minaj. He's arguably the queen of rap. There's other people we could talk.
I'll
about.
give you that one. I would say JayZ might be the most popular today. He's not obviously for my generation. I don't think he'd be that high. Me personally, because I don't like all the auto tone in the raps and what he's doing there. But I feel you, and I would agree. He's probably one of the most famous today. So now, who's your number two? That's what we want to know. That's what the world want to know, man.
My number two. Let me make sure just so I'm not. Oh yeah, and I think we'll both agree on this. Is give me the loop. Biggie Smalls. Biggie Smalls, man, he was just similar to Tupac, very influential. Had you thinking, and he was just a vibe. Like anytime you put him on, you just made you feel good, no matter what culture you came from. You can be black, white, Latino, Asian, whatever. If you put on his music, it just you could feel it. You know what I mean? It's the vibe, and Biggie Smalls is one of those rappers who we still talk about to this day because of the impact he left on this world, much similar to Tupac as well. So
I would agree, son. Biggie is definitely my number two, obviously because of the wordplay. I would even argue that Biggie is number one when it comes to flow. Uh, Probably the baddest flower I've ever seen. He's probably one of the most quoted rappers there's ever been. His songs, fuck around and get hardcore. No more, nigga. I mean, come on. His lyrics are just completely well written. I would also say he's arguably the best storyteller. I could listen to Biggie's stories all day.
yeah, yeah, Biggie, man, he's one of the ones, and again, we still talk about him like he's one of the greatest, if not the greatest of all time. And I think he can compare with any of them. He was versatile. He could rap on any melody, any beat. One of the best freestylers I've ever heard. And his flow, the way he was able to rap at a certain rate, and
The fact that he was able to jump in there with Bone Thugs, not too many people can rap on their style and with their flow. The way he did it so effortlessly, as if he'd been rapping that way the whole time. That's what makes him a dope ass MC as well. One of my favorite lyrics or bars by him is when he says to all the ladies in the place with style and grace, allow me to, in your bushes. I mean, he's just dope. You don't even need music with Biggie. He can just be on the corner and just flow, and I listen to him all day.
right, right. So I think that was the easy one that we can both great
So we agree on number 2 as Biggie. However, number 1, we disagree. You got Lil Weezy. I got Pac. All right, who's your number 3? Let me start off with my number 3 since you did your number 2 first. All right, my number 3, obviously coming from the best coast. All right, you already know. We changed the game out here with this dude, with his writing, with his flow. Okay, he's probably got the best diss song of all time. That's my man, Mr. Ice Cube, O'Shea Jackson, baby. No Vaseline, you can't argue with that. Probably, arguably, the best diss song of all time. Not to mention everything he did with NWA, Express Yourself. F the Police is an anthem that helped us during the riots and everything else. This dude flipped his game, went into film, went into comedy. You know, now he's got a basketball league that he started. What else you want from Q?
That's, man, you may have gotten me on that one, Dad. I'm not gonna lie.
Don't let me influence you.
Cube is
stick to your game.
Cube is one of the greats, and Today Was a Good Day is one of my favorite songs of all time, simply for the fact that if you listen to that,
beautiful story,
to that
puts you
song,
right in the hood.
Yeah, it just makes you understand what it's like to
breakfast with no
live a life like as a brother, but as somebody who helps out in the community a lot.
We got our grub on, pig out.
Yeah, he's just truly amazing. You know what I mean? And I got a ton of respect for him because I see a lot of myself in him in a sense where he's very thoughtful, and he doesn't let anybody mistreat him or play with his conscious mindset, and he just doesn't take anything for granted.
Yeah, exactly.
And we need more people like that. Not just he knows how to use his tools the right way, and we don't have a lot of people like that out in this world who a lot of people are scared to venture out into different lanes and do movies or do their own podcasts or have their own sports league or have their own sports restaurant. He's done everything you can imagine. So,
and that is hip hop, in my opinion. That's hip hop. Hip hop is just not just one lane; it's multiple lanes.
So
who'd you have?
3, I had 50 Cent. 50 Cent, I think, was a pioneer for this game, and I would say he's almost like the East Coast version of Ice Cube. You know what I mean? He changed the game with his songs and he also was an actor himself and a director, producer, and I just love the way he thinks. He takes very well care of himself, and he's smart. He's hilarious as well, but
this is how we do. Yeah.
And then he just did it all. I mean, 50 Cent was he didn't rap like how Biggie or Lil Wayne
did. Yeah, he was his own thing. But and he created some anthems like, you know, it's your birthday. Right. Go shorty. It's your birthday.
He's one of the most. I think the best way for a lot of these artists to become as popular as they are is if you have ladies enjoying them. And I think people like our artists like Biggie, Tupac, and 50 Cent, they have all songs that the women can relate to and vibe and dance to, and it showed. You know what I mean? And he sold out plenty of clubs and had everything in his arsenal. So yeah, shout out to 50 Cent.
Yeah, he's a baller. I would agree. So you got for number 4.
Number 4, I'm gonna go with Hov himself. I'm gonna go with JayZ. Um, and JayZ, Sean Carter. I think he was another one who had great flow, great delivery. Um, he came up in the ranks with Biggie Smalls and Tupac and all those
And
rappers.
survived.
And yeah, and still to
That's why you got to give him props because he survived that.
right,
And the rest of them didn't, and he was still around. Not only is his flow tight, but his wordplay is just ridiculous. And he has different type of rapping styles he can jump in. And I would have to say, arguably, he's probably the best hustler out of the entire group that we made today. I mean, come on.
yeah,
Do we need to even get into it? I mean, with his alcohol, cognac, Douce, to his clothing line, to all the business ventures that he's done, his production work, his artists that he sponsored, Rock Nation. I mean, dude is a bona fide, qualified gazillionaire.
Billionaire. He's truly special. He's one of the best artists, if not the best artist that we have today. And
And I think the fact that we're saying that and we're West Coast based means something. You got to give him his props.
yeah, this is non-biased at all. I'm a West Coast baby. Like most of the artists I listen to are all West Coast. But if I had to listen to one song for the rest of my life, these all depend on the artists themselves. I don't care where. I can't say I don't care where you come from, but at the same time, I'm non-biased as far as uh, where you grew up at, or I look at how you were able to impact me and others as well. And even like for instance, I love Snoop Dogg. Like I can listen to Snoop Dogg and that whole Doggy Style album all day, but I can't. Dre.
But I can't put them above JayZ, unfortunately, because of the work, the body of work, the wordplay, his hustle. Dude has put it in.
Right.
He really has.
Right. So I think those are my top 5 rappers that are alive.
Okay, wait a minute. That was just 4 you had. Name yours again?
Oh, yeah, I did only have 4, huh?
You missing one. Well, while you figuring that out, I'll go to my.
Oh,
because we agreed on number 4. My number 4 was JayZ as well.
Number 5, I would also put Ice Cube as well.
Okay.
So my top 5 is Wayne, Biggie, Tupac, JayZ, and Ice Cube.
Now my number 5 was Lil Wayne. Interesting.
Wow. Okay.
So we had the top 5. We had the same 5. Well done, man. However, we flipped it a little bit. With me having Pac, Biggie, Q, JayZ, and Lil Wayne, I think we agreed on the middle 3, but it was number 1 and number 5 that we disagreed on, right?
Yeah.
However, with that 5, I had to give a special notice. I wrote his name down. Honorable mention for me would definitely be my man Eminem. You got to give him his prop. He's influenced the game. His wordplay is ridiculous. He's arguably the best floor freestylist there's ever been. I would also say he might be the best battle rapper of all those people that we named. You got to give him his props.
Yes. Yep. Till I collapse and stun these rap songs. Eminem he may be my favorite motivational rapper. He's up there. Like he pregame or anything that would help me, like when I'm in the gym to get me going. Lose Yourself, Till I Collapse. Those 2 songs always they stick in my head forever. So I can't be mad at Eminem. And yeah, I mean, there's a few other people that we can mention. I mean, everybody loves, Drake, Outkast. I mean, they're a rap group as well.
Well, yeah, it's hard to focus on individual rappers versus groups.
Right.
Now, we'll do another one on groups. We'll come back and do one just specifically on groups. And I think we should do one on just all-time hip-hop songs, too.
Mm.
Let's do one on that, too, all right?
Yeah, I like, we can do albums too. Top
We
5
can
albums.
do albums. Let's do top 5 albums. You talk about with respect to R&B?
Ooh, yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
That sounds good.
We'll do that. So for now, that ends our show for today with our top 5 hip-hop rap artists of all times. Appreciate everybody and much love from Scott and Scott.